what it is, y'all? It's your boy Alanizing Officer here. Today, another stream. We're going to talk about the GOAT. I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about Thanksgiving football, right? Thanksgiving football. All the games. I'm not gonna watch the highlights because that'd be too much, bro. So I'm just gonna go over the games. I watched most of the Thanksgiving football games because I was here. Thanksgiving was at my house. It was good. I was watching a lot of games. So I'm gonna talk about it real quick. Alabama football. Alabama beat Iron. I was about to say beat Iron Bowl. Alabama beat Auburn today, 27-20. I was watching the game right now, and then after that we're gonna react to the Crawford documentary because I was gonna watch it anyways. So now I watch it with the stream. I'm reacting to it. All right, so let's get into it. Let me bring it out real quick. Start off with Thanksgiving games. And the first game that was Lions, I believe. Yeah, it was the Lions versus Packers. Name escaped me for a second. Here it is. Oh my goodness. Here it is. So, as we remember, Packers beat the Lions 31-24 on Thanksgiving Day, the first game. Thanksgiving started off with a bang. Okay. And what I got, my biggest takeaway, a few days later after watching the game, my biggest takeaway was the Packers offense was on fire. They were on fire. They were kicking out. It was Tavian Wicks was the one that really stood out. Like Jordan Love with 18 for 30, 234 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, a 94.9 QBR, and a passer rating of 124.2. So he was balling out, Mr. Love. And look at Dontavian Wicks was the really standout. He had the 2 touchdowns. 94 yards, 6 catches on 7 targets. Bro was balling. And then that Christian Watson touchdown was fire as well. Romeo Dobbs. But Dontavian Wicks had himself a game. I did not expect that from him at all. I mean, because he's probably like the third wide receiver. It's Watson, Romeo, and then probably Wicks. And even though who's not, and he got drafted this year, but who has not been getting a lot is Golden. What's his first name? And we didn't even get the ball, dude. Where is he? But Golden, the receiver. I forgot his first name. But he's from Texas. It's Marquise. 100% Golden. Packers. Oh, Matthew Golden. Yeah, bro hasn't been getting the ball. Maybe same age as me. That's crazy. Anyways, he did not get the ball at all, bro. Like he didn't even stall up on the stats sheets. Look at that. He didn't even come out. Unbelievable. But he hasn't been playing, or he's been hurt. I don't know. But anyways, Dontavian Wicks, he came out. He was balling. So shout out to homie. And do what you gotta do. And Jacobs, I mean the running game was that route, but they're like Jordan Love was out here balling. He was flinging the rock around, and the Packers looked impressive. And I was hurting, bro, because like Detroit is my Super Bowl pick. And it's not looking so good right now. Their offensive line is Arbo right now, which I have no idea how, because they had one of the best offensive lines last year. Yes, I know Frank now retired. And speaking of Frank now, I think he failed his physical today. I think it was this morning. He failed his physical. So he's not coming back to play to Detroit. That sucks. So he's not coming back. So I don't think the offensive line is going to get any better. And that's literally what drives the Lions. Because we already know Jared Goff's not mobile. He's not going to run around. So and we already seen, if you get pressure on Jared Goff, he's done. Like he's not the same. And that, you can do that for all quarterbacks, right? If you get a certain amount of pressure on quarterbacks, they're just all gonna fold, right? Because that's the NFL. They need time. But guards like Lamar, Justin Herbert. I mean, he's in his own class when it comes to scrambling. But like those guys who are more mobile than Jared Goff, they can at least create something. All right, try to get all the gun. Use a. Oh my god, I literally just searched up the phrase the other day. I forgot what it's called. It's like when you get out, it's not a gun formation, bro. I forgot, but anyways, you could move out of the pocket, right? Throw the ball, use your legs for other things, right? And Jared Goff, he cannot do that. So his main thing is the offensive line. Give him time, and when they don't give him time, he don't look so good out there. It's bad. It's bad. So no. Help that boy out. So it doesn't look so good. But Jahmyr Gibbs, he didn't look that good this game, but like the past few games he's been carrying, like the last week versus the Giants, 2 touchdowns he had, the overtime touchdown, bro, was a blazing through. So I don't even, bro, it was fire. But you know what? That term is really bothering me. I'm gonna search that term up. What is that called? I think I literally heard Chris Collinsworth talk about it the other day, bro. When it's like a fake and they roll out. I forgot. Someone say it, please. Someone in the chat. Someone in the chat, please. Help me. Help me, chat. I don't remember. I do not remember. But anyways. Oh, whoa. Went on the wrong game. My bad, guys. But I don't know. Lions, they need to fix them. Their defense wasn't as great, but Jameson Williamson was going off. 144 yards, 1 touchdown. He was going off. The defense wasn't so great. They did not stop Jordan Love at all. And then over here on the other side, Micah Parsons, 2.5 sacks, 4 QB hits on Jared Goff. He was getting after him. It was scary out there. Now, the Green Bay looks legit. They look more legit now. I think if Jordan Love can be consistent the way he's playing right now, Packers are again, like I said, they were legit Super Bowl contenders when they made the trade for Micah Parsons, and then they kind of like lost to the Browns, and it was like iffy, and then they tied to the Cowboys. It was iffy. Now that tie with the Cowboys looks more legit. I won't talk about them, even though I hate them, but now that tie versus the Cowboys looks more legit. But they had that, and it just, it was looking a little bit weird. A little bit sus. And then the loss to the Eagles, like it just looks sus. But now, maybe they're getting momentum again, trying to make that run. Looks like it's starting to gel for them. So, we'll see what happens with the Packers. But the Packers beat them, and that was the first game of the Thanksgiving day. Now, the second game was the Cowboys versus the Chiefs, as the Cowboys beat them 28-31. I was devastated. I was actually going for the Chiefs. And the one time I go for the Chiefs, these boys want to lose. These boys like it, bro. It was painful. But let's start off with the Cowboys first. Because, look, overall, what are they? 2 or 3 game winning streak, I believe. I forgot exactly, but I will say 2 because I don't remember the last game versus the game before the Eagles. But they came back from the Eagles. They beat the Chiefs on a short week, so they look good right now. And I want to give credit to this guy, bro, Malik Davis, because last week versus the Eagles, they kept running the football, and he was the guy that was getting the football, bro. They did not stop, and I gave Brian Schottenheimer credit following his dad, playing Marty ball. Okay, he was keep running the ball, even when they were down, running the ball. And that actually threw off the Eagles, and Malik Davis was the guy doing that. Like, he was running hard. I love the way he runs. I think he's a great backup to Javonte Williams, and like they mesh well off each other. So it was good. It was good. I like that. Bro, it's keep bothering me, bro. What is it? Oh my, I keep going back to the The quarterback thing. What is it called? Oh my god, I forgot. I'm gonna search it up, bro, because it's bothering me. When a quarterback fakes to running back and goes, no, and turns to pass the ball. No, it is not. It's not called a play action pass, bruh. Like it is, but it's not what it's called. Not a shovel pass. No. I forgot. I really forgot, bro. It was. Oh my god. I always forget what it's called, and then when I hear it, I remember it. It's like it sends him in the out of the gun. No, it's not in the gun. I forgot what it's called, guys. I literally forgot. My brain is just in a fart mode right now. It's in fart mode. I don't remember. That ass don't remember. And Dad don't remember, bro. I feel like, and I don't even know how to search it up. Now I just search it up and it gives me play action, bro. Like that's not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for at all. But whatever. Anyways, we're talking about Malik Davis. I really like him. Okay, he's came out onto the scene. I like watching him play. He's impressed me. He's impressed me. So I like the way he's playing. CeeDee Lamb had like 1,000 drops this game. He had 1,000 drops the Eagles game. This game, I don't know how much drops he had. How much drops? No, he only had a few. Like, he only had 2. And, he had 112 yards, 1 touchdown. But George Pickens, bro. George Pickens, his last 2 games versus the Eagles and the Chiefs. He been balling out, Mr. Pickens. He been balling out. Bro, in the Eagles game, Adoree Jackson could not cover this man at all. Like, it was, or not even Cooper, not even him. Cooper DeJean couldn't even cover him. Bro, like, nobody could cover him in this game. Nobody. So it was getting crazy, though. No one in the Eagles could cover this guy. Maybe Kenyon Mitchell, but they didn't really put him a lot. His number one guy was CD, so he was following CD everywhere. But anyone else, they put everyone else on Pickens, and Pickens was just eating them up, bro. He was barbecue chicken. He was just eating them up. So Pickens, ever since we got on the Cowboys, he's been doing well. And I think that CD, it just opens him up. It opens up both of them because they're both basically number one receivers. So it just opens both of them up. And they're looking good for right now. As much as I hate to say it, Cowboys offense, they were good. Boo. But I mean, we've known this. I've known this. I've known that the Cowboys defense are actually good. Their defense just started off really bad. And now all of a sudden they're getting some momentum. I think though, as much as I like to give Jerry some flack, as much as I like to criticize Jerry and say, Jerry, you're doing a great job as manager and being all the sarcastic quips. But hey, man, the 2 trades he made for Quinnen Williams, actually the one he made for Quinnen Williams, it looks good now. And then the Logan Wilson trade as well. It looks good now. The Cowboys defense actually looks pretty decent now. Eberflus is actually getting the rhythm. And I hate that. But it actually looks pretty good. Now, I'm not going to over exaggerate here and say the Cowboys are going to make a push to the playoffs, or if they do, they're going to make a run. No, they're not, bro. No, they're not. And yes, this is impressive. They beat the Chiefs. But we all know the Chiefs are not the same, which is perfect segue into why they're not the same. Look, the only guy who's the same is Mahomes. Mahomes is the only guy. He's still in the MVP discussion, and I don't care what people say, bro. He's still in there. I think he's literally top 2 in yards right now, below Prescott. Patrick Mahomes is carrying this team right now, bro. If they didn't have the Chiefs didn't have Mahomes, I don't even know where the Chiefs would be right now. But this guy's trying to create everything. He got back his weapons, and it's still like it's better, but it's not the same, bro. Like I don't know what's going on there, the dynamics going on there, but he literally has to carry him. He was literally, I remember for a while, the first few weeks, he was their leading rusher. What? Like literally, look at the stats right now. Kareem Hunt was 58 yards, but Patrick Mahomes had 30 yards on 3 carries. What do you think, bro? How is Pacheco have less carries or the same amount of carries as Patrick Mahomes? Like, no, bro. It's like, no. The Chiefs are not the same, and Patrick Mahomes is leading them. And look, I don't want to call out some names, but I was having a conversation, and literally these two guys were arguing to me that they would take Jalen Hurts over Patrick Mahomes right now. I said, right now, you saying right now makes it even worse. Like, are you kidding? What Jalen Hurts right now? Right now, he's not. He's like a top 15 quarterback, bro. And right now, the offense is not looking great. We're gonna talk about him too, but I was like, you'll take this guy. I was like, bro. And they were even arguing with me career wise. I was like, career wise, I can't even. What are we talking about right now? Are we talking about football? There's no way you actually think that. No way. I was like, I was literally looking. I was like, you guys are trolling me, right? You're trolling me, right? There's no way. Like, yes, you can have hate for Mahomes, but there's no way your hate has actually blinded you that much that you would rather take Jalen Hurts over Patrick Mahomes. Like, that's insane. I don't even like Mahomes like that. But there's no, bro, you can legit make an argument for him that he's already a top 5 quarterback all time. Like, legit. And for me, he's already number 3. I already have a number 3. But, like, you don't have to have a number 3, right? But you could, like, he's legit. He's already a top 5 quarterback if you want to play everything together. He's already in the history of the NFL, he's already a top 5 quarterback. So how are you going to have Jalen Hurts over him, bro? Like, it makes no sense. No. And he's just leading the Chiefs right now because the Chiefs, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know if it's the play. I don't know if Andy Reid, because, they're having a little friction right there. Patrick Mahomes saying, literally the other day, talking about the Colts when they lost. Actually, no, they beat the Colts. When they beat the Colts, and he was like, Luana Rumo, but I like him. He knows how to adapt to his players, and he calls the plays that adapts to his players. People were like, is that a shot towards Andy Reid? And I mean, the way he kind of said it was like, oh, I wish he didn't specifically say it, but the tone Patrick was saying, and he was saying it in like, I wish that was my team. Like, well, damn, Patrick. Let me actually try to search that up. Let's see if that's in there somewhere. Patrick Mahomes. Gives credit to Colts defense.
You know what makes my firm different? We focus on you.
No. Might be this. Let me see.
Look like what the Bengals used to try to do to you, or is it totally?
They definitely do some of the stuff. I mean, Coach Anarumo is a great defensive coordinator, great coach, and he has his stuff. But I think what makes him such a great defensive coordinator is he kind of tailors his team, tailors his scheme to the team that he's playing with, and so he wants to go with their strengths, and so getting their guys in the best position to succeed. And even from some of the trades they made, they've adjusted their defense as well. And so I think that's something that makes him a great coach, is that he's not stuck in his ways of like how he calls a thing. He adjusts his scheme to the team that's around him, and obviously they've done a lot of great things this year.
Did you see that? So it's not really like he didn't specifically take a shot at anyone, but he said he's not really stuck in his ways. What are you trying to say there, Patrick? What are you trying to say there? Trying to say Andy Reid is stuck in his ways? Because they were having a problem. Because remember what Andy Reid said last time? Let me actually try to find that. Where he said, I called a run play, but someone changed it. Andy Reid called a run play, but it was changed. No, I can't find it. But anyways, he said something around those lines. Oh, damn, sorry. Whoa, what's going on? He said something around those lines. But even that, like, it's not a shot. He's that a shot. But they're not the same. And look, and they want to talk about the penalties. Like, I don't even remember half of them. But they want to talk about the penalties, like, bro, of all teams, y'all not the ones that should be complaining that your team didn't get penalties, okay? So let's calm down there. I don't even want to go there because of all the teams that should be complaining about penalties or they don't want to see them win. You're the Chiefs. Calm down. Once in your life, finally you have calls going your way. So let's calm down. But yeah, they're not the same. Not the same offensively. They rest Rashee Rice is okay. He had 2 touchdowns. Travis had that 1 touchdown. But they just don't look the same. And you can see from their record, 6-6, they don't win those close games no more. They don't win, and the defense is not the same. Like they started getting better, but I don't know. They only had how many sacks they had? They had 0 sacks, 6 QB hits, but they had 0 sacks. The Chiefs, bro, they're just not the same, and they're getting carried by my homeboy. That's literally what's going on right now, and it's actually great to see. It's not sad to see. It's great to see. So I mean, it's sad to see they lost to the Cowboys, man. Because the one time, bro, like, oh my god, how to lose to the Cowboys, but Cowboys. I don't know. I don't think even if they make the playoffs, though, I don't think they'll make a run because they're the Cowboys, bro. They're gonna have a lot of pressure on them. People are gonna be like, "Yeah, see, let's go, the Cowboys." Somehow they're gonna make it about them, and then they're just gonna fail and choke and whatever, and that'll be funny to watch. So maybe do want to see that because it'd be hilarious to see, but we'll see. We will see, boy. Let's change it now to one of the last games. Actually, the last game of Sunday, Thanksgiving night. And this one, I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't really watch this one. Because, it was with the family and stuff, but it didn't look that interesting after Lamar's fumble. That was, well, I don't know. But I see the Derrick Henry touchdown. And who else scored a touchdown for them? Keenan Mitchell. And that's like pretty much what I saw from the Baltimore offense. I didn't see a lot. Yes, Lamar just came back, so it wasn't like, well, I think it's the second game back. But Ravens, bro, no idea what's going on there, bro. I thought they were supposed to be Super Bowl contenders this year. Their defense looks atrocious. They got a little bit better, but giving up 32, the Bengals doesn't look so great. And yes, Joe Burrow came back, but still. I don't think they're dead last anymore. Actually, go check that out real quick. I don't think they're dead last anymore. Fill stats. In yards a lot. No. See, they're getting up there now. They're not dead last anymore, but dead last is the Bengals. And the Bengals shut down shut down the Ravens. So that's not a great thing. But I think Derrick Henry passed Jim Brown in the all-time rushing list. So congratulations to Mr. Henry. Congratulations, Kick Henry. But the rest, bro, not look good. But I want to talk about the Bengals offense. Joe Burrow, first game back since I don't even know what week. I forgot what week he got injured. Let me search that up. Burrow injury week. Yeah, it was week 2. There you go. Week 2 he got injured versus the Jaguars. Remember, he's supposed to be out for 3 months, bro. And he's already came back. So that's cool, I guess. But anyways, he came back. This is his first game back since then. And he completed 24 at 46, 261 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So he was not bad at all. I think he missed some throws, but again, bro, this is his first game back on a Thursday night. But he played pretty well. Led him to the victory. Obviously, I think it was more of the we'll talk about that. But then Chase Brown had 78 yards. And then Jamar Chase going back with his boy, 7 catches, 110 yards. So he was doing his thing there. But I think the Bengals defense really stood up, really dominated the the Ravens offense. Had 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, 6 passes defended, 5 QB hits. I think those guys really stepped up and basically really won the game for the Bengals. Now the Bengals, I forgot the standard. They're in the AFC North, right? But I forgot who's leading that division. The division's not good right now. Because what's his name? The Steelers aren't doing so fantastic right now either. So, but let me try to see what their standings are. 6-5. See, so hold up. If Bengals win at Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh and Baltimore loses a few more games, okay? Bengals might win their division. It's not out of the realms of possibility. It is actually not impossible looking at that they're 6-5 and Baltimore 6-6. It is not impossible for the Bengals to come back. Now, in my opinion, I wouldn't bring back Burrow. I would have been like, just let him rest and then he'd come back next year. But now, actually looking at the standings, might just put him in there. Might put him in there. Maybe we put him in division. Maybe we start a run. Who knows? Maybe the defense. Look, the defense played better, I think, because not even just because of the scheme or whatever, but it's because and NFL Hall of Famers have said this. Shannon Sharp has said this. Like, when your defense actually believes that they can win because of the quarterback, when they actually see the quarterback, like a Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, a Lamar, Brady, all these guys, right? When you see that you have the talent, you have that guy quarterback, like your own team thinks like we could win. Like we could for sure win, bro. And I think that just gives them confidence and it boosts them. And I think that's what the Bengals are going to do. And then maybe if they continue this, they could win. They could go on a run. Because when you got Joe Burrow, you go on a run. Now the defense, I don't know, I'm not 100%. Yes, they could probably get that confidence, but will it be as good? For a while, maybe it'll last for a while, but then it'll probably fade off. So I don't know, but you never know. Let's just start it off, see what we got. And then if he gets hurt again, even if it's a minor injury, just sit him out. Because not anymore. But it could be. But it could be. First, I was against the idea, but now looking at it, who knows, man? Who knows? It could, maybe something can happen. But we'll see. And then Baltimore, they just I don't know, bro. They're just, I'm pissed off because I had them Super Bowl contenders. I think a lot of people had them going to the Super Bowl, and they just failed to this year. And yeah, even with Lamar, they weren't looking good. And then when Lamar got injured, it looked way worse. And now he's come back, it still doesn't look as good. And that depresses me. What's up, cuz? Jackson playing like shit. I know, dude. I don't I don't know what's going on with him. Like, and especially that turnover he had in the game. Like, what was that? I don't know what was that, but switching on now. Where we at? Switching to the last game, the Black Friday game. Bears versus the Eagles. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I did not watch this one because I was working. Sucks, right? Out of work. But I was watching, and it doesn't surprise me that the Eagles defense, I mean, not the Eagles defense, the Eagles offense looked like straight garbage again. And the Philly fans were booing, which doesn't surprise me. And I mean, they got the right to boo. It's their own team. And the offense has just looked like shit from the beginning. From the beginning of the season, has looked bad. And we've all seen why. And it's like the only one who doesn't want to acknowledge that the offense is bad, or that there's one reason why the offense doesn't look bad, and that's the offensive coordinator, Kevin Patullo. Everybody knows it's him. AJ has said it's him. Everybody knows it's him. Jalen has even hinted at it's him. The only guy who doesn't want to admit that is Sirianni. Now, for what reason? I would guess I have some theories. Number one theory is that that's his guy. That's his boy. That's probably, he was gonna chose him. That's his boy. I'm not gonna throw him under the bus, right? Because that's his boy, right? I guess so. I guess maybe that's why he doesn't want to throw him under. Two is that his ego is too big, because that makes it look bad on him. If he fires him, they're gonna go back to him and be like, "Why did you choose him? See, but you want to fire him so late, or blah blah blah." It'd go back to him, and his probably ego can't handle that. Even though he did that last time with the first offensive coordinator, the one they hired after Shane Steichen. I forgot his name. Him, and then they hired the one from the Saints, Kellen Moore. Right, and Kellen Moore led him to victory, and they led him to the Super Bowl. And he just, I don't know. After those coordinators, he doesn't know how to really choose coordinators, Sirianni. And Patullo looks bad. I've been saying this since the Giant game. Eagles fans have been saying this since the beginning, like the first few games. I remember a lot of them were saying the offense looks like shit. And I was on the crowd saying, like, bro, they won. Like, it's not even a big deal or whatever. But when I really saw them close, and I saw that Giants game on Thursday Night Football, I was like, bruh, maybe they're right. This offense is crap. Like, and it is probably Patullo's fault. Because it's the basic formations, basic stuff, high school stuff. Like, I remember Ocho Cinco, my boy Ocho, was saying, like, bro, if he lines up on the left, they're bad. I'm like, of course you do, bro. If you line up on the left, he's like, he's gonna go for three routes: a go ball, or an outside slant. And I don't know what one, but like those two, he's either going for a go ball or outside slant, and that's it. That's all he's doing if he goes on the left side, and he's mostly always on the left side. And I was like, oh. And it's just the same thing, repeat. So, I don't know. That's the only reason why he probably does not fire boy. So that's the only reason why he doesn't fire dude. But it has to be one of those two reasons. Either that's his boy, and he just, I can't fire him like a few years back with Mike Tomlin and Matt Canada, where all the Steelers fans were saying fire Matt Canada, and just Tomlin just did not budge. I think he either fired him like late in the season, or after the season, then he changed to Arthur Smith. I mean, it was actually last year. It was last year, but I forgot exactly when it was that he fired him. Is that, or is his boy and doesn't want to do that? Or two, like it's just his ego, and he's like, I'm not gonna fire him because blah 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 politics about it and whatever. But that's an easy fix. Just do it. And yeah, I seen Jalen miss that pass to Devontae Smith way behind him. So that was on Jalen. But the rest is like, just fire him real quick, bruh. And I think it'd be an easier fix. It'd probably boost up the offense, maybe even the defense, because the defense doesn't look so great right now either. and they have a great defense. So I don't know what's going on with them. I think that's what they should just fix it, and that'd be a quick fix. But whatever. We are going to talk about the Bears though, because the Bears have been surprising. 9-3. New head coach Ben Johnson. Everybody loves him now. Everybody in Chicago loves him. He took off his shirt. Caleb was looking like Gazeman. Caleb. Yeah. Painted nails, motherfucker. And he was looking good. 17 out of 36, 154 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. His QBR wasn't great, but whatever. But that was last week, though. Last week versus the Steelers, that dot to DJ Moore, that was clean. DeAndre Swift, he's been there for a while. I remember he's been on a lot in the NFC North. He was on the Detroit Lions, too. But he had 125 yards, 1 touchdown. I saw the Cole Kmet touchdown. That's true. Their O-line is good. Finally. I remember when they had O-line. I remember everyone could complain that their O-line was bad and everything. So, yeah, I guess so. Finally got something there. But the Bears, will they win the division? What's the standings right now? Nine and 3, 8-3, 3-1. When do they play each other again? Let me see. Schedule. Ooh, then they go almost against them back to back. That's gonna be cool. 14 and 16. They go against the Packers, go against the Bears. That's gonna be interesting. It's going to see how they match up. What would I lean with right now? I'd probably lean with the Packers, low key, just because I wouldn't say the experience, but I just trust the Packers more for some reason. I know it's the Bears' first season, and Ben Johnson's there. I think that's why, because it's the Bears' first season actually being like pretty good. So I'll trust the Packers. I mean, not to win, not both games, but win one, and I think for them to win the division. That'd be my guess. My hundo. Am I like overconfident about it? Probably not. But I would just lean towards that. What is that one? Is that in like December, dude? Let me see. I might go to the Titans game, bro. Just cause I want to see how bad the Titans are. No offense, Titans, but I want to see how bad you guys are. But anyways, yeah, that's cool. Eagles, get a quick fix, bro. Cause my God, it's horrible. And the Bears, I feel bad. I feel good for the Bears. Okay, their fans have suffered a lot. They've had bad coaches after bad coaches, bad quarterbacks after bad quarterbacks. But look what happens when you put an actual decent, offensive-minded coach who wants to develop an actual quarterback who has talent. Wow, you get that. Who else needs? Cleveland Browns. You see that? Browns, are you watching? Are you watching the Bears? Try to copy that. But not this week, though, because, we're going against us. The Browns are going against us this week. So, Shador, you're going down, brother. Not against us. Not against us. We're sitting down from my AP. Perfect time, man. Whoa, my glass. All right. Let's go on to the Alabama game. I think they have highlights up.